Hello, everyone. Welcome to Walking the Weird. I have my good buddy here,
What's going on, y'all? This is Sean.
and I'm Tyler. And today we kind of want to get it into a more general episode because Sean has done very well in scaring the shit out of us the last couple episodes.
Sorry.
Like, we need kind of a barometer. We need to, woo, a little bit.
You said you wanted
I-
something interesting.
You brought it. I'm happy. That's great. But, like, damn. I just kind of want to get our senses when it comes to more paranormal topics.
Absolutely, yeah.
But before that, I actually have a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
We actually did this question on our Lost episode. This is actually the second episode doing this.
Oh yeah, the lost episode. Dang.
So, what is your thoughts on people taking the time to investigate like paranormal activity, secret societies, that kind of thing? Like, do you think it's a good use of people's time, or do we really need to take like our efforts in a different direction?
I think a little bit of both. I think it's very worth it because there's a lot of unexplained stuff out there. Obviously, we wouldn't be doing this podcast if there, wasn't. Do I believe everything that these ghost hunters or these people say or do? No, not necessarily. But like we've talked about before, there are certain circumstances in life where you're just like, I don't really believe in this shit, but I can't explain any of what just happened. And I think that's kind of fair. I think that ghost hunters, for a lot of the sense, are some of them are entertainment based only, and then there's some where you've had specific cases where you're like, well, this one was a fucking doozy.
And you brought it to just like ghost hunting. I was talking more just in general.
Oh,
Like people talking like, oh, like, not just Bigfoot or UFOs or hey, like government corruption. People
Yeah.
say that is a waste of time. It's like
government corruption? Hell no, I don't think so.
I think there always has to be a watchdog. There always has to be someone paying attention.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna ask you a few questions, and you let me know, if you have any questions. Like, we'll start with this. We'll start with an easy one 'cause
Yeah.
since you brought it up. Ghost rating. We're gonna rate all this like 0 to 10. 0 is it's complete bullshit. 10 is it's fact. Like this is
Gotcha.
what you believe.
Yeah.
Ghost. What's your rating on ghost on that kind of phenomenon?
Ghost, stuff like that, spiritual entities.
Yeah,
as a whole.
I'm trying to go very, very broad, and
Yeah.
then we can get into because
Gotcha.
it gets very, very specific.
Very specific.
I want to just do broad right now, like
So
And-
ghosts, I'm about a 7. I think it's worth it. I don't think it's like as based as they're saying, but I think that there's something there that is worth investigating to at least find out what's really going on. You know what I mean?
okay. I'm asking like you just the phenomenon itself if you believe in it.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm
I do.
sorry,
I
yeah.
do. I do to a certain extent. I do to a certain
Is it
extent.
still
Obviously,
is it still a 7?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
still a 7. It's still a belief about a 7. I believe that there's certain senses that are real that I've experienced myself, and then there's some where I'm just like, you took peyote before this, right? And it's like there's some that are too off the wall that you're like, bro, that's hella
and-
specific.
Where I'm on the opposite end, and I'm not religious. I'm an atheist.
Right.
So for me, it's not a 0, but it's like a 1. I'm leaving it open.
Right.
Because I haven't had any of these experiences myself, but I've had way too many people in my vicinity of life that have, and even when I'm around, they've like, hey, this happened. I didn't experience it at all.
Yeah.
I'm leaving it at a 1 to leave it open. I'm totally down to be proven wrong. Like I want to.
Way to think outside, but very pressed up against the box.
I can't go to like a 5 because a 5 it's like, oh, you're
you
pretty,
believe?
it's
Yeah.
like no.
Yeah.
I'm so more on the side of no
Yeah.
than yes. Because I don't want to. 5 is not fair. For me on that, 5 isn't fair because that's leaving it way too open. Where if later on we're talking about ghosts and all of a sudden I say something they're like, oh, I thought you were like.
I
but
thought you
then-
were like, but
Yeah.
now yeah.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you discredit yourself and
Yeah. Well, not just that. It's just like, well, which are you? What?
Are
like
you yay or nay?
yeah, like decide.
And see, and that's funny too, because that's something that we share. We're both to a form atheists. I still, I subscribe more agnostically. I guess that I feel like there might be something out there, but I'm too arrogant to think that I know what it is. But at the same time, I'm like, do I really believe that there's something out there? Probably not. More than likely not. Like a 99.9%, there's probably not. But that 1%, like you, like that one, there might be something there. That's where
I
I'm at.
want it to. I want it to be real.
I want
'Cause
to.
it's cool,
Yeah, you want to be wrong,
but
yeah,
I don't think it's real.
yeah. It's
I like.
there again. There are certain things, and you'll get into it. We'll go over some of these cases that either not have happened to me, but have happened to also people like that are kind of popular, but have happened to people that I've known either personally or very close connection where there's tangible evidence.
To bring up an example, you know this one. My own girlfriend had one, literally, and it apparently was right behind
Oh
me.
yeah, my house.
And,
Yeah.
And I didn't get to see anything.
Yeah.
And like
We were
that's
all
what I'm
literally like
saying.
around the corner, and
Like-
she saw it, and I was like,
Like, you, That's why I'm a one, because I'm like I'm the guy next to all the paranormal stuff that walks in and it just stops.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Like and here I think we have another one that'll go to one. I think we'll share our rating. Flat Earth. Zero.
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 Zero. Nothing.
Fucking zero, bro.
Zero. No.
As a matter of fact, if you do have anything to say about flat Earth, please go in the comments and let us know. We would love to hear it because we're just gonna laugh at you.
know. I'm trying not to denigrate, but wow.
If you really do comment on this about flat Earth, we will literally make a whole episode about how stupid your comments are, and we'll just laugh at it.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Okay.
We'll get a few
all right,
shots in here, a
all
few
right.
bottles, and also
Let's-
do
let's-
that.
Here, we'll go to one that honestly, my buddy Aaron, our friend Aaron, I want him to be on here with me. He might take your spot for an episode.
That's fine.
We have to
Cool with
review the Bigfoot documentary.
Oh my god.
We have to do it.
Yeah,
It's
no,
glorious.
Aaron needs to be on there for this episode. I'll be the tech guy for that one, but he needs to be on here, bro.
Aaron, Sean, you do not. When I say you don't understand,
I don't understand.
Okay, this is off topic. This is way off topic. Me and him love bad movies. This shocked us. like, it was, wow. But anyway, let's get into cryptids. You have, just in general, what's your rating on cryptids? Just blanket.
You know what? It's gonna be weird to you. An 8.
8. Okay.
Not
why?
that I fully believe in there's cryptids, but I believe that there are types of animals that we haven't seen that we associate as cryptids, and we go, "Oh shit!" Like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I'm like a. I'm like a 6. I'm like a 6. I think there's way too many where that documentary made me go from like an 8 to a 6.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like, man.
And then for me it was the opposite. For anybody who has seen on the fucking, was it History Channel or whatever, that they had this show called Monster Quest. They discovered the fucking colossal Humboldt squid that had never been existed before or documented, and they're like, oh, it doesn't exist, and all these experts were coming out saying there's no feasible way it existed, and they caught it on camera,
and it counts as a cryptid.
and not only that,
it doesn't anymore.
not anymore. But do you know what also happened? They didn't renew it for the next season. That was the last episode that they played.
He wasn't supposed to find it.
He wasn't supposed to find it. And then Rogan had this guy on his podcast, and I kind of looked into his work where he found the giant sloth remains of giant sloth. But here's the kicker: recent remains.
Ooh.
So I mean, and they're trying to date it to make sure he's not full of shit, obviously. And they haven't really said anything yet, but to find the giant sloth, that was another cryptid that people thought didn't exist anymore. And because we've seen a lot of other cryptids come back that either were extinct or we thought we had seen them and that don't really exist or that might have really existed, now we're seeing a lot of these. Like Tasmanian tiger was recorded on a university camera out in Australia, and it's like they were actually recorded, and it's like, oh shit, like.
And what the one you bring up all the time, with the like, hey, like, why do we have a fear of things that are that
Oh, the
look
uncanny
like
valley,
us,
bro.
but aren't us? Why do we have that thing?
That's
You
gonna
bring
be
it up
at least.
all the time.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be at least an episode, bro. I've
because
gone
it's
so far
weird.
into that.
All right, so cryptids, like, you're an 8, I'm a 6.
Visibly,
Okay, so like,
I was way more excited about that than you.
okay, no, UFOs. I'm at a 10, bro. Like,
I'm over there, man.
it's a yup.
It's a whole yup for me. No, I'm a yup too, but I'm not a 10. I'll give it a 7. And the only reason is and maybe it's just my ignorance. Like, I understand that the government just confirmed that there are UFOs, that there's actual aliens and everything. I just don't think that they're what we think.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that that phenomena is a thing.
Oh yeah, no, it's a thing.
It's
a
that
thing. Yeah.
Remember, I'm going very blanket.
Oh,
like
okay, yeah.
Very
No,
general.
yeah.
Like,
Then I'm a whole ass yup.
we can go in deep, but like
Right
just
now,
the
just- yeah.
blanket doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, I'm a whole ass yup. That it does exist. We've seen these Tic Tac things. Tom DeLonge was completely correct.
What is his name?
Tom DeLonge.
Tom DeLong.
Yeah.
How long is his day?
Fuck you. His name is Tom DeLonge.
It's DeLong.
The actual pronunciation is DeLonge. He's like fucking British
Okay.
or whatever.
Anyway, he's wrong.
I'm not wrong. His name is DeLonge.
Okay,
We'll look it up, we'll look it up.
here's one that's actually closer to you than me. Like, you know way more about it than I do. The conspiracies regarding the JFK assassination.
Oh, bro.
No,
10.
rating
10.
10.
10 for sure.
Okay, and it's broad, but we have to go, like, more in depth. But like, what's the one that makes you a 10? Grassy knoll, wrong rifle, too many shots too quickly.
Bro, everything, all of it. The one that I can't get behind is that the front seat driver or that the front seat passenger shot JFK.
No,
I can't get behind that one.
No,
That's like we've all seen it. Like, that's too obvious.
everyone would.
Everyone would have.
I love the. Okay, and this will get into another one. Shadow government.
Wait, before we get into shadow government, hang on. Let's back up
What?
real quick.
Okay.
The one you asked me, what was the one that really got me? I honestly, if I'm really like putting the pin on the head, and I'm gonna ask you the same thing. The thing that I believed is that Oswald was planted, that there was another guy who actually shot. Just like the game JFK
That's
Reloaded.
gonna be an episode. We're gonna
Yeah,
just talk
we have
about
to-
our
yeah.
different. That's a whole
Yeah.
thing. That's a docuseries.
That's at least 4 episodes. No, I'm
Okay,
just kidding.
But like, I just want to get your like. I'm an 8. You're a 10.
I'm a 10, bro. I'm a whole ass yup.
And like with the like government, like the secret societies and stuff, I'm getting to is like, who really runs the government? Like, and not to get political. Based on what we we just had a debate, and frankly, who the fuck is running our government? Either
Bro.
way,
Oh my God.
someone else is. So,
Bro, I saw the debate and I was like, what is happening?
like I think that was the first time for a lot of people where they're like, who's been doing all this shit? Because it's not either of them.
Yeah, none of
Like-
these people have any
like-
clue of what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, at all. They're
It-
oblivious.
like, and I don't care which side. We're not getting into any of that shit.
No.
I think like the agencies, having way more power. They stay for a long time. They're not there for 4 to 8 years. They're for 30. They're
Yeah.
not worried about this president.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like,
They're alternating presidents all the time. It's these guys who just stay.
do you think there's like? I know I've said it before, but like a world behind the world.
Yeah, of course.
Like-
There's got to be. There's got to be. I'm a number 10 on that, just from the experiences that I've had personally in the previous career that I did before, and also just because of the fact that these societies that they've mentioned actually exist. And if you do a little bit of scraping and start talking to people in it, they won't tell you a lot, but they'll tell you enough to where you're like, oh, I get it.
And-
like, there's something going on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you're just it's more deciding which ones and all that.
Yeah.
My biggest thing, my biggest line where I was like, it went from like 9 to a 10 for me was Epstein Island.
Oh yeah.
Nothing
Oh,
happened.
yeah.
Nothing happened. I was like, yep.
Of
yep.
course. Of course,
Yep.
nothing happened.
Like,
Remember, everyone was making hype about the list and about everything, and nobody cares.
I was a list bro. I was a list bro. And I was like, oh yeah, finally. And then nothing happened. I was like,
Oh,
oh.
bro, I knew. I looked at it and they're like, we're going to release a list. I was like, sure you are. And when they released the list, I was like, sure, you're going to do something about it. Go ahead. Do something about it. Go ahead. Tell Tom Hanks and half of the
Yeah.
fucking world elite that they can no longer
Nothing
do that.
happened.
Nothing happened, bro.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. And then not just that, with this whole P. Diddy thing, is the same thing.
Nothing
Nothing happened. Nothing's going to happen.
It's and there's multiple lists, so you don't even know which one.
Right,
is
it's a
actually the
real list. Although the Diddy one has more credibility because it has the fucking video footage, but that's another episode.
Still, and with that, so I'm a 10.
Yeah, 10.
Okay, so what about like, do you have any? Because I'm trying to think of the
Do you
one I
have
had. Like any of the ones like.
Okay. What about this one's kind of a little more specific. We'll go more specific a little bit. About how about like the missing 411? How about those phenomena, stuff like that?
Those are I'm a 5.
You're a 5.
Because I hear about them. I really like listening to them. They're really interesting, and then you dive a little deeper into them, and
There's more things that make sense.
yeah, you're like, oh, they're really just they got lost.
Yeah. And a lot of the things that a lot of people think that there's like external phenomena and everything, and yeah, maybe so, but a lot of the times there's a lot of like logical explanations. Like even though we just had the case, the Yuba County 5, and then Brandon Lawson, where there's all these weird happenstances, it's grounded.
Even with that, you could almost make those into missing 411s.
Right.
But they're
And
not.
people have tried. There's theories
Yeah.
about it, but people have tried, and they're not.
I not just the missing 411. Like, I think one of the topics I was bringing is like Scientology. Like, does that have any like impact? Like on our government or society or anything like that? But like outside of Hollywood, because it does in Hollywood.
So missing 411, I would say that I'm about a 6, like right above
Oh,
you,
I'm
maybe
sorry,
a little
yeah.
bit more. No, you're
Yeah.
good. I was just gonna give that and then go on to the next one. Scientology, I think it affects our society more than it affects our government. I think the government kind of thinks of Scientology as a joke. They're like, oh, you guys are like the wannabe elites. Like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll throw them a bone here, but they're not really serious about it. Regarding how it affects our society, there's more avid cases of supposed Scientologists possibly being involved in kidnappings and stuff. And you know what I
But
mean?
Who
Oh, come
don't-
on, Tom
like,
Cruise's wife. You can't tell me she's being not held against her will.
She's fine.
or the fucking lady for the the wife of the creator of Scientology or the leader of Scientology right now. She's been missing for 6 months and supposedly she's in the compound. No one has seen her.
She's in the hot tub. It's fine.
Dead.
No.
Like Matthew Perry.
No. No, like, I literally had a list and I can't think of any of it.
Okay. So we were talking about cryptids. I'm gonna go narrower.
Okay.
You go for Bigfoot, right? Where are you at with Bigfoot?
I generally think Bigfoot is. Do I think it's still around? Probably not. I think
No.
it's a remnant of an ancient thing where there used to be a Bigfoot or like Neanderthal man, like stuff like that. Like it's been twisted. We've had it for so long. We've had those stories and everything that it's become just ingrained in legend because there's so many societies that have these stories
Yeah.
and people have. I'll say this: people have ruined it.
Yeah.
Like they think like, oh, like everything's Bigfoot now.
There's
It's
a
like,
porn
no,
section
like,
of Bigfoot, my guy.
Oh no.
Remember where it spontaneously turned into a butterfly?
You're giving away.
Sorry. That's an
We
Aaron and
never
Tyler.
finished that documentary.
That's
by
that's
the
an
way.
Aaron and Tyler episode. I'm sorry. But like, okay, so Bigfoot, you're where you at? number-wise?
I'm at a 5.
5. Okay, I'll give you that. I'm at a 5 too. Bigfoot. What about like,
Skinwalkers.
oh, skinwalkers, bro? So skinwalkers, I have a weird theory about that, but I'm about like a 6. I'll say 6, maybe 7.
Dude, I'm at like a 4. No, like a 3.
A 3. I don't think skinwalkers are what people think skinwalkers are.
That's kind of a cop out. Like I'm talking how they say skinwalkers.
That's kind of okay. If it's like how they say skinwalkers, then a 4.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
very general, not no getting in the weeds.
That's a
If you
cop
go-
out.
That's a cop out. Like
All right. Yeah, 4 was skinwalkers. What about ooh, switching over to the spiritual realm, possession. And I know that you're not religious or anything.
that's the thing. It's all of that is like a 1. Like that entire section,
a 1.
like demonology and like just all of that. Thank you, reminding me. Crystals, energies, like all. I have to be in the. I can't be like, oh yeah, it's a 1 on ghosts, but demons. Like it's like no, like
You have
it's
to believe in
all-
one or the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all a 1. And
Yeah.
I know that's boring, but like
No,
what
no,
are you, like
I'm the same way.
demonology.
I'm the same way. I'm at the same rating as all the spiritual levels. I just, like I said, I do it like a 6, not because I think it's there, but because there's enough cases where I'm like, oh, there might be something there.
Yeah, I just
It's just hard. It's just hard. You know what I mean?
yeah.
What else? What else we got? Ooh, wait.
Well, we can no. I brought up like the energies, like
Oh, energy,
why
energies,
certain
energies.
ancient buildings were built on they're built on like the pyramids are built at like a certain
Oh!
degree, like perfectly, like Stonehenge. We have all these buildings all across the world that are kind of like similar. So we have like the ancient, not astronaut theory, because that's one of them. That gets in more into aliens.
Yeah.
But like that there was a like prime civilization that we've fallen from, the whole like Atlantis thing.
Yeah. I actually believe that.
Where
That one
everyone's spread out and
That one for me is, and I'll say it. And it might sound stupid. I say that it's a 10 for me. I say that it's a 10 just because of the fact that I think that there's been, just because from traces of history, there's been civilizations before us. Maybe not as advanced as people would say, but there has been civilizations.
and they do
way
say
before that.
advanced in a different way and
Yeah.
not physically but like spiritually and energy wise
And
all that.
And it kind of makes sense when you see everything, but at the same time, it's like also we don't really know. Because again, I've made this argument before. Right now, if a nuclear bomb dropped on everything right now, a lot of our stuff would be lost. It would only be like the really hard concrete stuff that really would stay, and people would be like, "Oh, these guys are ancient too." But I digress. Anyway, but yes, that's where I'm at. So like, there's a little bit of evidence to go both ways. So I have to think about it as
I
historically as I can.
I'm like a 8. It's between like a 7 and 8. Because human nature is, we are all even though the species is spread out, we're all human. So there would be like basic like everyone would kind of build almost the same tool because we all have the same hands, or like you know there's some of that, but then there's others where you're like, hey, what about why does everyone have a handbag?
So,
Like-
so hilarious that you're a guy who likes like steampunk style and are like, yeah, but we'd all have the same root. It's like, no, steampunk goes
but
the
you
opposite
have
way.
no, well,
They just didn't
I like
microprocess anything.
I like cyberpunk stuff.
Yeah,
but
cyberpunk.
like
they didn't have the process.
that's actually a good.
microprocess it,
That's
right?
actually a good rebuttal.
Yeah.
Because that's good. I'll definitely think about that because I've always been like, like they build kind of the same thing,
Yeah.
and then they're like, but maybe it's because they're so rudimentary, the tools and everything, that it just kind of comes out the same way. But maybe as it gets more complicated, it has more chance of like
diverting.
yeah.
And depends on when we discovered certain things at certain times. Like maybe we accidentally, in that time, we didn't discover oil or petroleum. We discovered fucking electricity first, and everything's electric. And
Anyway,
you know
this
what I
is
mean?
a different episode.
Yeah, this is a different thing.
Sorry.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
it's
yes. I'm
diverse.
sorry to cut you off, but we gotta
No,
save
I
that.
got
We
you,
have
I
a
got you.
whole. We have a whole like mini series.
Yeah.
Like,
There's at least 3 seasons that we
Yeah.
can do on this shit.
but okay, ancient alien theory. Do you think they came in the past and helped us develop?
No. I don't.
No.
I have to say I'm at.
No.
I'll do the same thing as you. I'll put it as a 1.
Yeah.
I'll put it as a 1.
Okay, 1. But like, No.
I don't think so, man. Like it's just hard to really picture that. Like,
I want to,
yeah,
but
that'd be dope as hell.
but
Like, but no.
there is also a human like pride thing because that means that we didn't build anything.
Yeah, that
Like,
means that we're idiots.
yeah, we didn't do
Yeah.
anything. Great.
And it's not even
But it
pride
almost
thing.
makes sense that we
Yeah,
didn't build anything. That's why we don't know how to like
do anything.
do it right.
Right.
But
Because now
that's a whole.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Damn
Sorry,
it.
sorry. That's a whole other episode.
we're about to go into like architecture and shit. Anyway, but okay. So you said ancient astronaut theorist. What about? Ooh, he just brought up a good one with religion. What about
No.
validity's? Not just that. What about validity's alternative to the religious belief, like stone ape theory?
Oh,
Or
and like the
alternative,
mushroom and the cross.
Yeah,
And
alternative. I guess alternative beginning or origin stories.
I'm depending on which one it is, I'm a 10. I think
Depending
that's
on
what
which
it
one it
is.
10.
I think that's what all religion is.
Okay. Yeah.
But I say depending because that doesn't mean it's like not Christian stuff, but like Buddhism. It's like no,
No,
like
no.
ancient, like old,
Yeah. There's
old,
old.
like the primal versions of all of this. Like when we first looked up at the sun and started like, oh, it gives us warmth. Like thank you.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of it is.
Right. Okay. That works. That works. Awesome. Trying to think of another one. Another good one that we can both relate to. Oh, ooh. This one, I don't know if this one falls under religion. It might. The fact that people have a belief that certain places are naturally inclined to negative energy or negative.
Let's just talk
or-
about like the ley lines. And
yeah,
stuff.
like
Yeah.
ley lines and stuff.
I don't know. I think that's more of like an Earth thing,
Is it?
like our magnetic poles. Maybe like at certain points it like messes up. So I'm like an 8 or a 9.
Okay.
I'm not saying like it's like anything supernatural. I think it's just like a hey, like yeah, planets do this kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Okay, that works. Okay, that's not too bad. I kind of go up. I kind of go a little bit past the opposite way. I think places can channel negative energy just because, like, not negative in the sense that oh, you're just leaving bad vibes, man. No, but like, I can actually, I guess not cosmically, but like scientifically, with the way you were explaining ley lines and stuff, there could be that the magnetic interruption causes not psychosis, but causes alternative
Well,
primary thoughts than what we
yeah,
would be
that's
used
why
to. You get what I'm saying?
I'm like yeah, like you could walk over there and it's not something paranormal. It's just we have electricity in us.
Yeah,
starts
it
fucking
fucks
with
up.
that.
It fucks up the
It-
chemistry of your
yeah,
brain and shit. And
Yeah,
you just,
just for while you're there.
Yeah.
And then maybe you move on and you're fine. But like while you're there, you're like, man, that gun looks really really good. Like
Yeah, and
but
it
then
then
you
just goes
walk out of
crazy.
it and you're fine. You never
Right.
think about it again.
and you see a lot of people. But sorry, going off again. Sorry, going off again. But there's other theories like that. There's other theories. What is it? Hollow Earth. Do you believe the World War II pilot's story that he entered Antarctica?
You mean like Godzilla fighting great apes in the Hollow Earth?
No,
If
that's not
they're
what I
gonna
mean.
make another movie, I 100%
Percent. That's a 10, dog.
Yeah.
No, that was a great movie, by the way. But no, like, do you believe in the possibility of another alternative civilization inside the Earth?
No.
Okay.
No.
How come?
Because
Briefly.
okay, I get it. You want like a cool like oh there's another place. Is that I don't think we have to go that far to have. It's like you want to redo. Like oh maybe they
Did it better.
inside like they're the good ones and that's where Atlantis is and all that. It's like I get it. I get it. Everything's growing and happy and cool. I'm sorry.
It's not. It's not.
I
true.
don't believe it at all. It's
Yeah.
a 0.
I guess for me it would have to be a 5, just because of the fact that, and I know it sounds dumb, not because I actually believe that there's another Earth inside the Earth, so to say, it's because there's a lot of, and again, I go based towards more science and more
So
historical.
you're going multiverse.
No, not multiverse. Although that's a 10 for me.
Okay.
That's a 10 for me for a different reason.
Yeah.
But what I'm talking about with the hollow Earth theory is that there are caves that we know of today that have their own type of ecosystem because of their own weather conditioning and stuff.
It-
So I think that the premise of hollow Earth, in regards to other caves, can have other ecosystems separate from the world around us. Yeah, I'm a 10.
but
But
not
when it comes to
that
like,
it's an invite.
Yeah.
No.
yeah, no, that's a no, that's a 0
And
for
there's
me,
like
dog.
a sun inside, and not.
Yeah, how would you explain that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. But oh, you said, what was it that you said
What?
just now before when I cut you off?
Like a sun inside.
No, before that, you said that I said I'm a 10 on. Oh my god, you just brought it
I
up.
have no idea.
Fuck, you just brought it up. Oh, the multiverse. That's right.
Yes, multiverse.
Multiverse. Thank you, Aaron. He's been so helpful. Multiverse. Where are you at on that one?
I'm a 10, but it really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You're a 10, but I'm sure there's one of you that's a 0
Yeah,
somewhere.
we are all king.
We're okay. Stop. What other ones did you have for me?
I kind of wanted to go back to, like the, not secret societies, but like the government agencies.
Right.
And this is more your wheelhouse. That's why I'm asking. What's it called? Oh my god. Ultra.
MK Ultra?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. And serial killers.
Which one? Where should we get some?
General.
Oh, yeah,
Do you
dude.
think
100,
that's
10. 10. 10, 10, 10.
I'm at least with good old Charlie. I'm at 10.
Charlie, Jimmy Bolger. There's a few other people that do name a fucking noun. They've all told you about that
yeah,
shit.
that's the crazy thing. When you start looking into it, you're like, it's like the same guy is like hanging out. It's like, what the hell is going on? And then you're like, oh yeah, this is all going around.
Coincidentally,
this
that the
time.
guy who shot fucking Oswald, his attending doctor, was also the guy from MK Ultra. But whatever, you know.
But the CIA is our friend.
But yeah, but we should trust the government apparently. Whatever. Anyway, so 10.
10.
How about you?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I
Of course.
okay, so what about like the NSA? Like, you know, they're spying on all of us. They have all our files, all that stuff, right?
Hi, NSA.
Do you think they are like not just using it for criminal cases, but using it in general? Do you think they're using it like they plan on using it for everyone to keep us like controlled? Is that
I want to say 10, but also I've done some pretty fucked up shit that if the NSA is looking, they'd probably be like, "Hey, bro, we got to bring him in." Like, come on, man.
That's the thing though. I think they're just the data collection arm. I don't think they're actually like they say, "Oh no, we're our own thing." No, that's just an arm.
They're just
that
a data collection.
They just they don't actually enforce.
Then yeah, then 10, 100% 10. I feel like other agencies might be more interested in more deadly things, which you'll hear about in Fight Night. Something did occur in that realm.
What is it? Do you think that okay? I have a fun one. X-Files. Do you think there's a version of the X-Files at the FBI?
Yes. 110% yes. 10.
10?
All the way. All the way. 10 because there's just so many. Oh my God. There's just so many things that you're like, why were you there perfectly? Like, how did you, like, you know what I mean?
So you're talking like the Men in Black.
Yes. To a certain extent.
Do you think they're human?
Yes.
All of them?
No.
Okay. I'm Men in Black exist. They like what government agency they work for? I don't know. But it's amazing how they somehow get there sooner than everybody else. Like,
I also don't think that they're not human. I think that they're altered.
altered?
You know what I mean? Like, I think they're supposed to be specifically bred for the government. You know what I mean? Like, almost like, and I don't want to throw a shitty movie, but like Star Wars, like how they have the clone troopers, something like that in a way.
Okay.
Because I think, like you said, NSA would be like their Men in Black are the
it's the
information.
arm. Yeah.
Yeah, and as soon as they get there, bah, bah, and
We
then
don't need you anymore.
yeah, we don't need you anymore. They're not real people. You know what I mean? Like, we're done.
I don't even think they have to really kill people. I think the way things have gone in society, and this would be a whole other episode. We're gonna get into like UFO files and stuff, and I'll be talking about Men in Black stuff.
Oh yeah,
I don't think they ever need to actually hurt anyone
no.
because they can just be like, yeah, no, go tell people. Go ahead,
I mean,
have fun with that.
we've only had a few cases where that's kind of backfired in a way.
Yes and no, but we pretty much had people coming out and say UFOs are real, like the government did,
Yeah.
and no one cared.
Yeah.
So
But we had what I mean is we had instances of people trying to defunct or like the government avidly trying to defunk people who are
Debunk?
like or debunk. I'm sorry, what did I say? Defunk? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get the funk here. No, but to debunk these UFO people, like and briefly off topic, Bob Lazar, but also another one that I think that we missed was Ruby Ridge. I think Ruby Ridge was another one where they were trying to, squander this guy's ideals and everything because he was so close to either something or he was in connection with something that needed to be done or whatever, and they ended up doing that.
and that gets in a whole
Other
that's gonna be a whole
conversation.
episode because that's big topic. All those kind of things are giant topic.
Might end up being
Do you-
multiple episodes.
Do you have any other ones you kind of want to touch on?
I think I ran out of list on my end.
I think
what
I
about
did
you?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're actually good for right now.
Yeah.
We'll reconvene and let's talk. You had some of yours. Let's talk about some crazy shit. Well, with an ending.
With with an ending. Okay, I'll try to make one with an ending.
But as I always say, I'll see you on the road.